I made it. I ran here. I'll finally get to see it. Last guy on earth to see this movie. Me. Hold on, we've come up too far. It's this one. Made it. Enjoy the film. Let's talk about it.
No strings on me.
I hope you enjoyed the opening sequence. So Age of Ultron is the sequel to the first Avengers movie and the end of Phase 2. You know, Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. In the sequel, Ultron is this AI created by Tony Stark and Dr. Banner.
Artificial intelligence.
And is created to protect the Earth against future disasters. However, he starts to gain consciousness and makes decisions to not go that way and turn against the Avengers. This movie was highly anticipated. What the first Avengers did so well was bring them all on screen together for the first time. That's something this movie couldn't do. It couldn't rinse and repeat the fact of seeing all these heroes come together. We had to have more. That being said though, it couldn't go too far away from the original. As you saw at the end of the first Avengers, you had all these aliens coming down from the sky and all the Avengers had to come together and fight different areas of them, and you had to have Captain America saying, "You go over there, fight them." But as you could see from the trailers, there were a lot of these Ultron machines that were coming to the city to fight, and the Avengers had to all team up one more time and fight them in different areas. But that's not a bad thing though. When you think about it, how would you feel if Ultron was just this one enemy against 7 Avengers? There'd be no point in having all of them there. Hats off to the dialogue in this movie. The humour is there from the first Avengers, except so much funnier.
The handle's imprinted. Whosoever is carrying Thor's fingerprints is, I think, the literal translation.
Yes.
With this humour, you wonder where the deeper tones are going to come that we saw from the trailer. But in the middle of the movie, it really flips into that deeper, darker tone that we expected it to come to. But the jokes don't stop though. The film does a really good job at balancing the two out. It is a really fun movie to watch. The deeper tones were really well written. They hit you a couple of times. Second of all, the visuals in this movie are brilliant. There are a couple of times you could tell it was CGI, but other than that, everything came to life. Ultron in particular, if you look really closely for the technical difficulties, you really can't see it. Even if there is one minor one, you cannot notice it. I dare you to notice it. Comment below if you find it. And with Ultron looking real, that brings more to the character as well. Ultron is that really menacing villain that you wanted in this movie. And James Spader really does a good job, phenomenally so, as bringing Ultron to life. But he's only one of the many examples in this movie that show the character's development. And there is also new characters in this movie that bring layers to the deeper tones and the themes explored in this movie. By the end of the second act, the beginning of the third, you really start to see the Civil War start here. I only have 2 issues with this film. First of all, that we are revisiting the first Avengers again in certain ways. And second, there seems to be a plot hole between the events of Iron Man 3 leading up to this film. In the end, Phase 2 really goes out with a bang. Except, technically, Ant-Man is the definitive end to Phase 2 of the MCU. So we're going to have to wait till then to see what that is going to bring us. You have a lot of fun with this movie, it's got great dialogue, great action, there's never a dull moment, and everyone in this film really contributed to the great time that it is. I'm giving Avengers Age of Ultron a 9 out of 10. You cannot go wrong with this movie, you're going to have tons of fun, definitely go out and see it. I really feel I can talk to my friends again after this. So many people have seen this movie. I must be the last person alive to see this movie. I'm surprised the theatre wasn't empty when I went in. In a few days, I'm going to be doing a spoiler-heavy review right here on this channel. Subscribe down below and stay up to date with that. Until next time on GingerClips, like this video, share it with the world, comment down below, and let's talk about it.